Arman Tsarukyan just fought to a frustrating submission, only draw with Shara Magomedov, then pulled back the curtain on why a real clash with champion Islam Makhachev may never happen, because no promoter can meet Islam's price. Yet, Paddy Pimble is vowing there will be no excuses if he seizes the interim belt, and the giant fight suddenly landing on UFC 327 means everything at the top is in flux. So why are contenders so blocked, and what happens when hype smashes straight into the reality of the fight business? Arman Tsarukyan's night in the grappling spotlight ended in a deadlock. No submissions, no winner, just 6 tense minutes that left both him and the fans wanting more. The match, originally meant to be 5 minutes, stretched to 6 after some last-minute negotiating. Under strict submission-only rules, neither Arman's explosive lifts nor Shara Magomedov's defensive counters could produce a finish. Arman later admitted he expected either to submit Shara or walk away with a draw, frustrated that Shara spent most of the bout defending and avoiding the wrestling exchanges. For Tsarukyan, the stalemate was not just about the scoreboard, it was another reminder that pure skill does not always open new doors in today's fight game. Arman Tsarukyan doesn't see a grappling match with Islam Makhachev happening anytime soon. The reason is simple: money. According to Arman, Islam's UFC paychecks are in a league of their own. He said that in the short term, this grappling match won't happen because Islam makes very big money in the UFC. I don't think anybody can afford paying him that amount of money. UFC champions like Islam regularly bring in 7-figure purses, with pay-per-view points and bonuses pushing totals even higher. Outside grappling promotions just can't match those numbers. For now, Arman's challenge is less about skill and more about the economic ceiling that comes with chasing the division's top spot. Paddy Pimble is never short on confidence. With his interim title fight against Justin Gaethje at UFC 324, he is doubling down. He has made it clear that if he beats Islam Makhachev, there will be no room for excuses. He said this plainly: "When I beat him, I have beaten the greatest pound-for-pound fighter on the planet right now. Your excuses are all finished." Paddy is not letting anyone write off his chances or diminish his achievement if he pulls it off. He is calling out the doubters and putting the entire division on notice. The winner of Gaethje vs Pimble is expected to get the next shot at Islam Makhachev, and Paddy is already stirring the debate about what it would mean to topple a dominant champion. Brendan Schaub didn't hold back when he called out Khabib's camp for a string of failed drug tests. On his podcast, Schaub named Usman Nurmagomedov Islam Makhachev, who had a prescription, Zubira Tukugov and Ruslan Magomedov. He said 7 fighters from the group were caught, and he did not mince words. He said, "They're just really bad at doing it. You know, like, clearly people are doing it. They're just really bad at it. They're getting busted left and right. Like, get better at cheating, dude." Schaub added, "They're all doing EPO, just do better." Those accusations have reignited debate about performance-enhancing drug use in elite MMA circles and put Khabib's legendary reputation under a new kind of spotlight. Khabib Nurmagomedov has never been shy about speaking his mind when it comes to the business side of fighting. At the World Sports Summit in Dubai, he criticized the UFC for what he sees as a shift away from fairness. According to Khabib, the promotion now cares more about a fighter's social media following an appearance than their win-loss record. He pointed out that fighters have been let go even after solid performances, simply because their contracts ended and the UFC wanted someone with more entertainment value. Khabib recalled his own early days in the organization when the UFC told him his name was too difficult to pronounce and pushed him to adopt a nickname. That is how he became the Eagle, choosing a symbol that represented his Dagestani roots. For Khabib, the sport should be about skill and merit, not just who can talk the loudest or attract the most followers. Tom Aspinall is putting his health first, even with a rematch against Cyril Gane looming on the horizon. After undergoing one eye surgery, he is set for another in January, and he is refusing to rush back until he is fully cleared. "I'm ready to get back, but my health has got to be right first. I ain't gonna do nothing compromised," Aspinall explained. Across the roster, Michael Page is facing a different kind of battle. Despite back-to-back wins over Jared Cannonier and Shara Magomedov, MVP remains unbooked, stuck between welterweight and middleweight with no clear opponent. Fans are voicing their frustration online, calling out the UFC for keeping a nearly 40-year-old contender on the sidelines. Both stories show how business decisions and booking politics can leave even top fighters waiting, sidelined by forces outside the cage. The UFC's business model has entered a new phase, and Daniel Cormier has been upfront about what that means for fighters' paychecks. With the end of the ESPN pay-per-view era in the USA, pay-per-view points are no longer the gold standard for big money. Instead, fighters are negotiating guaranteed contracts, locking in their earnings before they ever step into the cage. Cormier said on the Weighing In podcast, "I know guys now that are making more money than they did when they were making pay-per-view, because pay-per-views just weren't selling as much as they used to. The new streaming deal has changed the game, offering more security for both rising contenders and established stars. Guarantee money is now driving decisions, shaping not just who fights, but how fighters plan their careers." Daniel Cormier isn't done making headlines. He's floated the idea of a wrestling match with John Jones, if the price is right. Cormier joked he is closer to 50 than 40, but said he would lace up for the right opponent, and Jones is at the top of that list. The Real American Freestyle promotion, called RAF, has already started booking wild matchups, including Henry Cejudo versus Clay Guida at RAF 6 this February. With more fighters chasing big paydays outside traditional UFC contracts, these crossover spectacles are drawing serious attention and serious money. For veterans like DC, the lure of a one-off wrestling showdown is hard to ignore. UFC 327 delivers a jolt. Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes is official for Miami's Kaseya Center. Walker, coming off a win over Mingyang Jiang and weighing in at 246.1 pounds, brings knockout power and momentum. Reyes, after a loss to Carlos Ulberg that ended his 3-fight streak, enters hungry for redemption. The booking instantly redirects the light heavyweight story, pitting two volatile contenders against each other on a stage built for sudden shifts and high stakes. UFC politics and fighter power keep shifting, but the stakes only rise. With every match announced, careers and legacies hang in the balance. The fight game never truly waits. Drop your thoughts below.